Hi, hello, this is Jules the Human here. Welcome to Gaming Gone Weird, a show all about the weird, interesting, funny, but very real news that is going on in the gaming world. I'm one of your hosts, Jules the Human, and my normal co-host is in TwitchCon right now. So if you see Cresta the Star out anywhere on the field, out in California, go say hi, go let her know that you love Gaming Gone Weird, and go get a picture with her because she's been posting up pictures on Twitter. If you don't know, go see her adventures, Cresta the Star on Twitter. But this week, I am joined by a friend of mine that you may have seen on Twitch playing some Madden. You may know him from his podcast, Tana's Eye View. And I just noticed, or you just told me right before this, you're getting married next week. You love Nicktana. Nicktana, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me. How is it going today?
First off, man, I just want to say thank you for bringing me on the show. I'm very excited. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for the introduction. That's probably you probably do better introductions of me than I do of myself, man. I appreciate that
I listen
so
to your
much.
podcast when you do your podcast. I do
That's
listen
love.
on Spotify, and it's pretty chill. So I
That's
had
love.
to throw that in there.
I appreciate you, man. But yeah, man, my name's Nicktana. Jules already got the meat and potatoes out of the way. Like I said, I'm on Twitch. I stream Madden maybe like 5 times a week. I really don't have a schedule. Bad streamer vibes on my point, man. But we still play games over there. Like you said, I am the host of my own podcast, Tana's Eye View. Over there, we talk about everything gaming as well. So we're on Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys like your podcasts and stuff like that. But yeah, and I am getting married next Saturday. So
And I told him that he had to do the show because I need a co-host for next week as well. So he's gonna call in his tuxedo on the aisle.
Yeah,
and,
so if I have to take a break in between my wedding, I'm gonna just have to step away. I'll bring my laptop or something.
Do you take? Hold on. I gotta call in really quick. But again, thank you so much for joining us on the show. I appreciate it. It's gonna be awesome. Man. We have a ton of stuff to talk about. So many things to go over. But if you want to get your comment read on the show, use a super chat. It should be like a little medallion here on the YouTube. Just scroll down a little bit, and you can type in the live chat if you want to get our attention. But a way to get your comment or question read on the show is the super chat. It should have like a little medal or the KYN chat, kynchat.com. Don't just copy and paste it. You have to like type it into a browser, kynchat.com, and we're looking at those as well. If you want to get if you want to help out the show a little bit, and if you want to get your question or comment read on the show. So we start off the show by asking a question, and sometimes it's like trivia, sometimes it's just something weird that we like to get talking about, but we will give the answer to this question at the end of the show. And I'm curious what y'all think. So I'm going to ask, which Mario video game, since we're talking about Mario today, which Mario video game sold the most copies? And I have A, B, C, and D here. A, Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. B, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Wii U and Switch. C, Super Mario Bros. From the 1985 NES. Or D, Mario Kart DS 2005 on the Nintendo DS. So let me read that again. Which Mario? I want to hear your take too. I didn't put in the notes because I want to hear what you think it is. Which Mario video game sold the most copies? Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Bros. For the NES, or Mario Kart DS, like released in 2005. What do you think?
First off, I want to say I'm very surprised that 2 of those are Mario Kart games. You know what I'm saying? Mario has came out with so many main series solo games. You got Sunshine, you got Odyssey, you got Galaxy, and it's out of none of those. I think I have. I think honestly think it's the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just because I just based on my research and stuff, I know it does really good on the Switch platform, and I think that's the only racing game that competes with other things. So
okay, you know I'll give you the answer at the end of the show, so keep on watching.
Man, I'm on the edge of my seat now.
Yeah. So we got to hook them in. Now you're here. You settle in. We're going to talk about some news, and then I'm going to bang it out at the end.
You see me sweating, it's because I don't know that answer, man. I'm on the edge of my gaming chair.
So something else that's super popular, that's getting almost to Mario standards, is Minecraft. And I kind of want to know, I've talked about Minecraft a little bit for me, but I kind of want to know, Nick, what is your association in Minecraft? Are you a fan? Have you played a bunch of it?
So I played a little bit of Minecraft here and there. I could really honestly not get into it the way like a lot of people do. Like I do like think the things in Minecraft, it's a very chilled, laid back game. The music's very relaxing. You got the different like the possibilities are absolutely like they're endless when it comes to Minecraft. Whatever your brain can think of, you could make it. Mo all the time, she would be on Minecraft with her brother. They would always get on, and me being a big Atlanta Falcons fan, I was like, you know what? I need you to make me a stadium right now. I come back in 2 hours. The stadium's built. Sure. It looks beautiful. Her brain doing that. I'm like, dude, but like she took the time to make a stadium and it looks so good. And then like I hopped on and then I tried doing everything and I forgot what the game mode was called, but I'm pretty sure it was like survival to where you got to get all your materials yourself and stuff like that. So like I was very like unfamiliar with how the game worked. It was like, okay, you need to eat, but you also need to get this certain material to make this and to get this and to build your house. You need to find this, but it's like, okay, where do you find this? So I was very confused on the game when I played it. But like, honestly, I love watching people play it. I just love seeing all the cool things you can make. Like,
there's so much that you can do. I'm burdened by choice, so I don't play it. I'm just like, there's so much I can do. I don't know. I don't even want to try to do anything because people have already done everything. But there is a big popular Minecraft YouTuber called Dream, and this week he did a face reveal, and I just checked a little while ago, over 36 million views of his face reveal, and this is what the Dream looks like. He's been just ambiguous faced. He has like a mask that he would wear, but Twitter and everybody on the internet has been going crazy for this man's face. And I don't know, was it too, like, what are your thoughts? Was it too soon to reveal? Was it too late? Like, there's so much expectation, and then people were just, I think no matter what he looked like, people were just going to be mad. Like, I don't know.
I think it's hard that he put his personal image and his branding was the mask. So it is kind of hard when you take off that mask and people see behind it. I think either way, I wouldn't say like he took an L, but at that point, it's like, you're just going to have to understand what consequences you're going to have to take from that. Because a lot of people like, they were ready to judge him or see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
so many tweets. I was like,
I low-key just felt bad for the dude because it's like he came out and he's like, I'm just gonna do it and I'm gonna do it. And then all the backlash he got, it was like.
And the thing is, he's not even bad looking. Like, they're making him seem like,
man. Like, not even like that's. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, they just like that's just the internet. That's just internet and social media, man. You're gonna get that regardless. So
yeah.
I mean, like, it's just hard when you put your image as that mask and everybody sees you as that guy hiding behind a mask, that when you do pull up something like that, you're gonna get kickback for it. That's
for sure
all it is.
Let us know what you thought about the Dream face reveal. I don't know. Was it too soon? Was it too late? Let us know. Send us a super chat, kynchat.com, to get your take, because I'm really curious about. I don't know. I didn't really care about it, but then like everybody on the internet was just insane.
That's the thing is like, it never really bothered me. I saw it and I was like, hey man, good for him. Like, he did it. Like, he was gonna have to do it one way or another, because I know back before even that he said he was gonna do it, and I don't think he ever did. And then he kind of just pushed it off. So it was like, at one point, it's like, you are gonna have to do it, but like, I don't think there's a good time point for something like that. It's just has to happen to be the luck that he surrounded his branding behind the mask, and now he has to deal with that. Now it's like, now my face is out there. So, but how does that change though? Do you think he starts doing content without the mask anymore? Do you think he still does the mask?
No, I think he even said in the video, the reveal video, that now it's going to open up his opportunities for like brands and stuff. I think he was at TwitchCon. I think he's at TwitchCon doing like a panel. So like now he can do other stuff and just finally, I guess, be out and about, and have Dream's face for like Coca-Cola or something, like, I think he's a huge Minecraft YouTuber. So like, I think this is just going to help more than hinder. It kind of hindered at the beginning for sure.
Have we seen Marshmallow's face yet? You know who Marshmallow is, right?
Yeah, I think he does music and DJing without the mask sometimes.
Okay, because I was gonna say, because like, it's different for him because he could go out in public and his face mask is like It blocks all the way around. I don't know. I've never seen dreams like actually. Isn't it just like
it's just like a little
kind of
like a like a plate with eyes and a mouth. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I got you.
In some other Minecraft news that I saw on Reddit, which is pretty cool, Reddit user Chris DeCow built an entire universe in Minecraft, and honestly, this just continues the idea that everyone is better at video games than me.
Oh yeah.
And these are all little blocks. If you don't know what you're looking at, this is Chris DeCow on Reddit. He made entire universe, suns, the earth, so many different things just with Minecraft blocks. And do you have the time for this, Nick? Do you have the time?
No, I wouldn't be surprised if about 99.99% of people don't have time for this either. Because like this is just by the way, gorgeous. By the way, everything you're seeing on screen is like absolutely gorgeous, man. It's like it didn't really hit me because I watched the video and I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But then like you really have to think like individual blocks of just like everything floating and everything like in a particular way and making a 3D. It's like, oh my God. Like I was like amazed after seeing like looking at it for a little bit. I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm just
amazed when I can build a wood house.
Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I was just saying, like I couldn't even make my own house. I didn't even make my own first house. I'm watching people do stadiums and stuff. I'm watching people make aquariums. I'm like, that's just out of my range, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, most people, they just have like a 2-week Minecraft phase and they ain't on it for the longest time. So like, imagine how much time he took out of that. He probably like, did he say a time frame how long it took him?
No, I didn't see any time frame. He just busted on Reddit. Just here it is. I made the galaxy and everything in it, and this is us. You can see us, our little planet there, but yeah, it's really wild. So that's something I wanted to bring. Something beautiful, crazy and weird. Like that's somebody putting all their time into this and just making it look, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looked really good. Yeah, I was amazed when I saw that.
Curious how many blocks that is.
A lot. It has to be because like I don't know if like could it like there's a lot of questions I'm thinking about because it's 3. It looks like the planets are like 3D and stuff. Is there like stuff inside? Is it just hollow? You don't know. He could have like you know what he could have like
there's a whole world in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another news story that we've talked about before. We talked about RockyNoHands, who's a gamer that uses their mouth to play video games, and because they're I think not able to move their arms and stuff and play video games that way. But we talked about a lot about disabilities in gaming and accessibility and all that stuff. Well, this week RockyNoHands again showcasing that he's better with his mouth than I am with my own hands at playing video games. He beat Elden Ring in 4 hours playing only with his mouth. And I do want to bring this up as well because I know you've played quite a bit at Elden Ring.
Can you imagine?
Oh, first off, how many hours have you played?
Oh my Lord, bro. You just brought back my head hurts, man. The 90 hours of agony into that game. Oh my God. One of the best and one of my favorite video games of all time. First off, round of applause for him. 4 hours is absolutely amazing. Let alone doing it with your hand, like doing it with your hands. He's doing it with his mouth. And I've seen this guy on the platform before, and he's been playing Call of Duty. He plays Warzone, and like to take his love for gaming and to be able to like even with the setbacks that he has and being able to beat video games and still do his passion is like super amazing to me. But
for sure,
let alone like I don't think I could even beat it in like 4 days. Better off 4 hours, man. Like that the Elden Lord, like if you guys go back to the video, the Elden Lord himself, that took me 2 days. And I'm like, dude, this game is just so hard. There's no difficulty in this game. Yeah. You guys are familiar with Dark Souls games. They're one of the hardest games known in the gaming atmosphere. So they're definitely harder games. There's no holding your hand. It's basically figure it out, Google it, find your own path, and just wow, it's absolutely amazing. So
I could not. I defeated Margit, and I was like, I'm all set. I got my serotonin.
That's it. No No,
All right, we're ending the
Jules.
show. We're ending
No,
the show.
we're not. Dude, we need Jules.
I beat Margit and I got all the serotonin I needed.
Listen,
that was it.
We need you to be Elden Ring. Can you do it for the people, man? Do it for yourself. Do it for the people, man. Like it's when I played that game, I've never played a Dark Souls game in my life. And then I played like 10 hours and I had the same feeling. I'm like, okay, I beat Margaret. I'm about to hop off, whatever. The same for me. I ended up getting on it again, doing my research. And like, once you really get to understand the game and getting past that learning curve, it's an amazing game. It's really beautiful when you look into everything and just going through the side quests and stuff like that. I know it's hard, Jules.
It's hard.
But once you, I tell you, once
hard.
It is hard, but like once you get past that learning curve, I'm telling you, do a little bit of your research and like, don't be stubborn like I was. I was stubborn. I was like, man, I'm not going to look up anything. I'm going to just figure it out on my own. That's how you end up hating the game. Like people figure out that stuff for you to figure out down the road. Like,
yeah. Okay. Maybe.
So,
I mean, it's fun. I wouldn't say it's not fun. I did have fun. I enjoyed like I explored so much. I put a lot of hours in just exploring, but like the furthest story that I got to was Margit, and I died like so many times, and I was just like, I don't know, man. That was okay.
Once you beat it though, when I beat the Elden Lord, man, I told you that was like I felt like I just like conquered everything. I was like, because like I said, when you play the game for 90 hours and then you just like as soon as you beat that game, you're like it paid off. You're like literally everything to this point was worth it.
Sure.
Now, if I spent 100 hours into the game and I didn't beat it, then I was gonna still think in the back of my head like I need to beat this right now.
See right now, like that's kind of how I feel about Apex Legends. I put in like 2,000 hours and I'm still thinking I'm bad, and it's like I don't know.
You know you ain't bad at the game,
but like, I still get squashed, and I'm like, oh man, sometimes I'm not. Anyways. Play Elden Ring, play all the video games. Let us know how far did you get into Elden Ring? Have you tried it all? Send us a super chat, KYN chat.
Please, I'm very, very interested. I can talk about Elden Ring for 3 hours, bro.
The Nick Elden Ring.
Give me the time.
We do have a lot of news items. For some reason, this week, Pokemon was a lot in the news. Well, I know why. There was like a huge Pokemon thing that happened, but some really cute things. A really cute one story that we want to talk about first was TikTok user Mods Paperwing Gallery. I don't know if you all have seen this. Uses their snake to throw Pokeballs in the game Pokemon Go, and this went a little viral on TikTok. Their little snake learned how to play Pokemon Go. Didn't catch the Pokemon.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna say, man. We need to get him back in the gym, get him a little bit of training, because I mean, hey, man, like if you like me, I don't have any Pokestops around me, so I have very limited Pokeballs. That snake, we could be cool and everything, but you're not wasting my on a Combi too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what are we doing here? Like
get
like
better.
Cool. Yeah,
what are you doing?
Get better. What are you doing? Like, yeah, I mean, like, it's cool. It is super cool though. Like, I'm very, I like the way snakes feel, but like, I like if someone's like holding a snake, like, you know, you'll touch it, whatever. Like
I've never touched a snake.
Ever?
No.
Okay. Well, they
feel cool? They got scales.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna carry one. So like for one, I'm never gonna have a snake waste all my Pokeballs, because that's what it was doing. If we being honest, like I mean, I watched the highlight tape. We gotta be honest right here. But I mean, it is really cool. Yeah. Like I mean, we get him on there a little bit more, but like he needs some hand-eye coordination. Sure. But he don't have any hands. So
get to training, give them a little, what is it called? The little thing that makes them level up your little
rare
snake.
Candies.
Give him a rare candy, and maybe he'll catch some better.
Have you been on the Pokemon Go? Not really. Yeah.
I did for that whole summer when everybody was like, oh, and then I got into it again this year, I think, for a little while. It was just I'm very sedentary, but now I'm going to the gym and I'm like working out, but like maybe I should get back on Pokemon Go.
Dude, for the past 2 weeks, hooked, man. Like I just been going out. I like drive past Rudy's, do a Poke spin.
See, that's what I would do too. When I would I would get food, and then I'll be like, oh, there's a Pokemon stop there, and then go to the parking lot and just like Okay.
Yep, I've been adding all my friends, making sure we get our gifts and stuff like that. Like I've been grinding it for the most part.
That
It is
became
really
like a
game.
burden for me though. I was like, I got to give everybody a gift today, and I'm like, oh, I ran out of gifts, but this person didn't get gift. I'm like,
you're not lying, dude. There's so many people I've added on Pokemon Go, and I'm calling y'all out right now because I've added so many people on Pokemon Go, and it's like, okay, like I'm just gonna send you guys gifts. You're just gonna open up my gift, and you ain't gonna send me nothing back. Like, come on, you know how gifts those are. Like, you gotta like giving. Like, it's the giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I've been having a lot of fun with it. So.
Pokemon Go again has been in the news, but not for a good reason.
No,
it's not even really related. No, it's not really related. But cops discovered that Pokemon Go and KFC drugs after a driver slams into a police van. So this is from Deserto. Back on August 3rd, police were conducting an investigation into drug dealing in Southport when a driver failed to stop by the cops and made a wild attempt to flee, ultimately crashing into a police van. Before abandoning the vehicle and searching the car, police discovered a large number of drugs and drug paraphernalia with KFC logo and Pokemon Go logo.
This is wild. This is absolutely wild, bro.
He was arrested for failing to stop for police, dangerous driving, possession of Class B drugs, and a ton of other stuff that he was arrested for. But look at that, Pokemon Go drugs.
Those Photoshop skills are crazy. Graphic design is my passion. Like that is crazy. Like I just don't want to like he literally just copied and pasted the Pokemon Go logo and then threw in a I forgot even that Pokemon's name, but it's like
which drugs do you want? Do you want the KFC drugs or the Pokemon Go drugs? Like,
right, what you want, the Pokemon Go's or the KFCs?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the KFC logo got to be any better than that, dude.
No, I didn't put it in here.
Oh my
it looked really bad, but yeah. Just finding a car full of that. Yeah. Pokemon.
Well, you said it was a semi, right? Or was it an actual car?
It just said a vehicle.
Man, it's like
a large number of drugs, a large number of those Pokemon Goes.
Hey, y'all, you got the Pokemon Goes? Yeah, I got the Pokemon Goes. Meet me at the Pokestop. You know which one. You meet me at the gym. Like, you know.
That's his drug name. He's the dealer name. Go to the Pokestop. That's kind of like down low. Like,
oh, you need the Goes? You got to go to the Pokestops. Which one? The one ran by Valorant. No, this one's ran by. What do you mean? This one's ran by Mystic. No, down the street, man. We gotta be easy with it.
Oh, that's so funny. It wouldn't make me want to buy drugs more. It's just kind of cool looking. I don't know.
If that's what you like, that's just like someone who just loves to get high and loves Pokemon at the same time. He's like,
incorporated it.
That's his personality, branding. I guess, right? Like. Cool.
I'm not even gonna ask a question here. I don't want to know if you do drugs. I don't want to know if you don't. Whatever. That was just something that was really interesting. Another Pokemon Go. It's just weird gaming news. I mean, it was connected, sort of, not affiliated with Pokemon Go at all. But we had a new Pokemon trailer. Like 15-minute Pokemon trailer. And one of the weird things is that we finally got an evolution for Girafarig, and his name is Farigiraf. That's the Pokemon there. And I'm going to read what it says about the Pokemon. Having 2 brains and an armored tail makes it a formidable competitor. Also, that's what it is. So, what are your thoughts about Farigiraf?
On this platform, on this channel, Nick says he's a big fan. Big fan. That's him. That's my guy right there. I'm telling you.
Well,
I love Girafarig, man. Like, I don't know. I love those little types of Pokemon. I'm big fan. Like, I will say the evolved version of it, just like Vino said in chat, the design of it is really kind of underwhelming to me. I felt like they missed opportunity to, like, I feel like it could have been a little bit better design wise, but like getting an evolution for that Pokemon is like, I love to see it. I am a big Girafarig fan. Like, I just love the psychic. Hopefully did they say typing? Like, I'm hoping it's like a psychic steel. That would be really cool. Like, for typing wise.
Sure.
I'm excited it got an evolution. Was the design great? Not really, but I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like a chain chomp.
Sure. True. I do got to take your opinion with a grain of salt because your favorite evolution is Vaporeon. You've gone on to we've talked about this before, and I will never let it go. But the worst evolution.
It only took him 30 minutes to like send that heat, huh, chat? That's crazy. Like Vaporeon is so solid.
I've been holding that one in.
Vaporeon's so solid. He wanted the smoke.
So I gotta take whatever you say about Pokemon with a grain of salt, but it's interesting. The naming convention, Girafarig for Rigoraph, and everybody knows Pokemon. If you're into Pokemon recently or in the past couple of years, they have like some wild. There's refrigerator Pokemon, there's trash Pokemon, there's ice cream Pokemon, and all this stuff. So they're just continuing that. And a Pokemon with two heads, I guess, having two brains. The weird part about this is having two brains in an armored tail, and that's just another weird Pokemon. Two brains,
right? Like I think like the two brains things kind of throw me off too. When I think of like a two-headed monster, like I feel like they'd be like side by side. This one is actually swallowing, and it doesn't really look like the main part of Girafarig really changed, right? Sure. Like I mean, it just looks like it's him, but he's just getting swallowed up. But I mean, it's still cool. It's alright. I'm a fan, okay. But it's just alright. And like, yes, I do like weird Pokemon. That's just me. But like, once you become like if you know like Pokemon and you play Pokemon for like, I've been playing Pokemon since I was like 5, 6 years old. So like seeing all the different types of Pokemon and like stuff like that, and just appreciating the game, just like I like to go through whenever I play like a new Pokemon game, is I always force myself to try out new Pokemon. I don't want to use the same Pokemon over and over again. Because people will use their Charizards and their your very typical Pokemon. I like to switch it up and stuff, try all the new stuff. Maybe I'll go do like a Nuzlocke, and that will get me to like a certain other Pokemon. So I did a Nuzlocke for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. And if you guys know what Gastrodon is, like that became one of my favorite Pokemon just because I used it in a Nuzlocke, and it lasted me to like 8 gyms. And it was like, dude, I love this. I love this mod because it was just like he was just powerhousing everything, like Team Galactic and whatever else. So like that's personally how like I become fans of certain Pokemon.
For sure. And like I said, we did have a big trailer for the new Pokemon and for the new Pokemon game that's coming out. And you said you've been playing since you were like 5. And I kind of want to ask, and everybody in chat or watching later on YouTube, in this video, for 15 minutes, they show some new stuff. But they also proceed to teach you how to play Pokemon again. Like when I have a problem with it because I think Pokemon's too easy now. Like you do have to do like the Nuzlocks or the, try and challenge yourself in different ways. But when are we going to get over the fact that people know how to play Pokemon? Because in this trailer, there was points where I'm like, okay, I know how to catch a Pokemon. I know how to battle a Pokemon. Like they're going over the same thing over and over again still at this time. Like what are your thoughts about that? I mean, I know it's still for children, but we know how to do the thing. You cannot advertise that, I will say,
I do agree. I do think Pokemon at some point, like the difficulty of the game will never change. They'll never make a game too hard. They'll never make a game harder. It's just basically like, you have to figure that out for yourself. But like Pokemon has always been really good about like getting the new generation of gaming in. So if you think about it, like as soon as you start playing Pokemon, I started during Johto. Like somebody else may have started during Diamond and Pearl. Somebody may have started during X and Y, but like none of that really like. The only thing that changes is like new Pokemon, but it's like they still want you to, even though you start late, they don't expect you to know how to play the game. They want to get the younger audience in. It's because it is kind of like a game for the younger audience. Like it's not really like it's meant for them more than it is for us. But I will say Pokemon did a really good job this year in general, 2022, because they did release Pokemon Legends of Arceus. And I thought Pokemon Legends of Arceus was actually a pretty harder game and more meant for that more grown-up audience. Pokemon fans have always wanted an open world game, something where like, how would it feel if you were a Pokemon trainer with no very limited resources? You got to figure out everything on your own. And they threw that at us. And I thought that was more for like us.
Sure.
So like, I really don't really care that Pokemon makes their games the difficulty they are. And they do teach like, it is kind of for us. Cause it's like, oh, come on. It's like when you're at your job and it's like, okay, well, we got to do training on how to do something. And it's like, well, I've already done it like 5 years ago. Well, we got to keep on teaching you. And for the newer people,
This
so
is
like
the
you
way
may
we
know,
mop. This is how we mop the floor. It's like, well, I've been doing.
Or if
I've
you've been
mopping.
at a job for a long time, it's like you're eventually teaching them. So it's like some people might not know. And then plus with all the new typings and stuff, they want to teach you about difficulties and 2x weaknesses and stuff like that. But like I encourage everybody to, like, if you want to make the game harder, nuzlocks, solo run throughs, stuff like that. Like I love personally making myself feel like a gym leader through the game and running through the game as a gym leader. So I've done ghost, I've done water, I've done flying. Like those are my favorite ways to run the game.
Cool.
But because then it's like it makes you think, because it's like, okay, well, flying super effective. Like I get hit for lightning, super effective. So I got to find a flying Pokemon that doesn't get super affected by lightning, and you got to counter that. Like, and it's like that's what makes the game fun, because you run into a lightning gym, you might be there a little bit longer. And
for sure,
with this game too, it is open world. If you guys don't know, so basically you could play the game however you want and go to whatever gym, and it's not like gym 1, gym 2, gym 3. It's like you could go all the way on the end of the map and battle that gym if you want. Like you could explore wherever. Other Pokemon games, they blocked out certain routes and stuff like that. So like you had to like make sure, I had to hit this gym, and in this town is like gym 2, but it's like now I can go wherever and face whatever I want.
For sure.
So I think that will make the game a little bit easier too, because if you have like a certain Pokemon, like let's say you start off with your fire type, and it's like, okay, well, I know the grass gym's on the other side of this town. I'm just going to go battle that first, and that will give me a big advantage for everything else. So I feel like it's just going to get easier. But it's going to make you think, it's going to like also open your mind to like doing different things too.
If you have any Pokemon game thoughts, or if you have any thoughts about the new Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, let us know. Send us a KYN chat. Send us a super chat. There's a little medallion there. If you want to talk Pokemon, Pokemon games. We're always here down to talk about Pokemon games. But now we're going to talk about one last Pokemon thing. Pokemon collecting is super big, and I know just of like card collecting. I know like some cards are like really expensive, and I never really saw outside of cards being like a collecting thing. But apparently the world's largest Pokemon collection is expected to sell for $338,000. The largest collection of Pokemon cards, figures, games, and more is expected to sell as a single lot at Hanson's Auctioneers in Teddington. This collection is verified by the Guinness Book of World Records as the biggest, and was amassed over 25 years and included 20,000 items. That's a lot of stuffies. That's so many. So here's pictures of some of the collection here. There's a lot more over on IGN. Thank you for the article, IGN. But this is all the stuffed animals.
This is a masterpiece.
Here's some of the.
This is amazing.
Some of the binders of different cards and different things, selling for $338,000. I know like some single cards are worth more, but like they're selling it as a mass collection. I don't know. Did you collect any Pokemon cards or any other like something else?
I still collect now. Well, like, I basically, when I was around the age of 18, 19, I know, guys, I got a lot of stories. We're
here.
I'm trying to stay on topic with it, man. When I was like 18 or 19, I really got into the trading card game. So naturally, I would always buy boxes of cards, and usually like collected all of them to make sure I got cards for my decks and stuff like that. So I collected cards all the time. I have binders of my hollows and my EXs and stuff like that. But that was basically more for like a competitive purpose. But I always still had like very cool collections and stuff like that. And I do collect the amiibos. I'm missing Jigglypuff, and I think Morgan has Squirtle, but Jigglypuff goes for like $80. The amiibos are like super expensive. I will say that I am very disappointed that he is selling his stuff.
Oh, true. Yeah,
I will say, man, like that is a beautiful collection.
But yeah, like is now the time to sell it? Like,
it's at the point where it's looking like an episode of Hoarders, to be honest. But like, I mean, like I still like it though. Like that Hoarders, is cool. Look at that
Pokemon edition. Yeah.
Get rid of the Entei. You can't make me. Yeah. You can't make me. It was like at some point, like I don't know what came to it, but like, yeah, I love collecting Pokemon stuff. Like, the thing is about Pokemon is like Pokemon will always have that value to where like people that don't even like play Pokemon games anymore or watch the show, like, cause like the show goes on, like they do shows like constantly, like it's like the new regions and the new everything else, and it's like sometimes we don't even know like what's going on, but they still put it out. Someone's watching it, but like even if you don't watch the show or play the games,
yeah,
people
somebody's
like
watching it.
like they have 900 freaking Pokemon. Y'all gotta like one of them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I collect the plushies and stuff like that too. I love collecting Pokemon stuff, and I will still to this day. And even with the cards, like I can't even prime myself to get rid of them. The only time I usually get rid of them is when they're like common cards, and that's so I can get better cards. But that's about it. I won't sell any of my pretty cards or nothing.
Let us know which is your favorite Pokemon. I do have one stuffed animal of Umbreon, the best EV evolution.
Hey, can we get someone in the chat to mail Jules a Vaporeon one of these days? I think he needs it in his life.
No.
Okay, easy question for chat, man. I need to know everybody's favorite evolution in the chat just so we can settle the debate, man. I'll see a lot of Vaporeons, so
that's the last Pokemon related thing. Umbreon is the best EV evolution. Let us know what your favorite Pokemon is, and confirm that Umbreon is the best.
Have you collected anything other than Pokemon though? Like, have you like literally anything? Like, there hasn't been one item that you were just like
rocks. I used to collect rocks when I was a kid.
Really?
Just collected rocks. I'm not a big collector. Pokemon cards, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's kind of just like card based. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had a lot of those. Magic the Gathering, like in college, I learned how to play Magic the Gathering pretty well, and I collected some of those.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah. There's so many of those, but I never got like super into it. Like I just kind of sort of stopped, and I just had them there. I never got super like I'm spending this much on this, and every month I'm buying this, and I'm searching the internet for certain things. I never got to that part. I would love to about something, but I'm just not like that with anything.
I don't think I'll ever go back and like if it was like forever how many long ago and it's like way over the market value price, like I probably wouldn't do that. But there was times where like even with just like I used to collect like mini Falcon helmets. I still kind of do, but it's like if they have a mini Falcon helmet that's coming out, I'd be like, oh, I'd get it, and then like I would have them. But then like the older ones, that'd be a little bit more that you can't get anymore, I wouldn't buy, because it's like I don't want to pay $60 for this item. Like I'd rather like get it when it comes out, type thing. Oh, and like it's kind of hard to see, but in like this corner, I got my Toga Pops that I kind of collect. I got 3 of them over there. So favorite anime girl, I guess. So I collect little things of her.
But something I do think I might be spending a lot of money on, because I just bought the Battle Pass. Overwatch 2 launched this week. Overwatch 2, a big change for some people, not enough for some other people, but there was some problems, as one would expect with a huge game like this. It was DDoSed. People were getting long queue times, and some people had problems with their Overwatch 1 content moving over to Overwatch 2, and they weren't seeing their skins that they purchased and all that stuff. But the weirdest part about this launch that happened this week was that at the beginning, they required gamers to have a non-prepaid phone number whenever they logged in. Whenever you logged in and you didn't have a BattleNet or something like that, you had to have a phone, and they were saying that when they entered their phone number, hey, this is not a viable option. Like people that were on like, I guess, month to month, like paying the, I don't know, if Cricket or something like that. What are I guess like the cheaper options for cell phone plans, they were not allowing that to happen at the beginning. And it was just really weird that you weren't allowed to play Overwatch 2 because you're poor, basically, because you're not spending, have a Sprint phone number or something. That's so dumb. It was so weird.
Yeah. Very rocky launch for Overwatch 2. I will say, I'm glad that Overwatch 2 is kind of getting the views that it's getting on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. Like everybody is super excited, and I feel like everybody's giving it a chance. So that is good. Even though a lot of people said like, oh, I'm not going to play the same thing as Overwatch 1. It was like, well, we see how that turned out. Everybody's on it now. You know what I'm saying? But Hopefully they can end up fixing it. I know a lot of games that had rocky starts before. I mean, let's just give it some time and stuff like that. I don't like the whole phone thing like that. I feel like everybody should have a BattleNet. And even if you like, I play on my PC, so I don't know if that's different for PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch. But if you should have an account online, you should be able to just play that in general. Because I have to sign into my BattleNet before I even hop on the games.
So I think it was yesterday, but this is coming from IGN. The Blizzard community manager Jody wrote that they made the decision to remove phone number requirements for a majority of existing Overwatch players. The SMS Protect system was intended to help curb cheating and disruptive behavior and remain in effect for those making brand new accounts. So people that are still making new accounts, like, oh, I want to try Overwatch 2. I've never had a BattleNet. They're still using that system for them. But accounts already connected to BattleNet will not have to use this protection system.
Okay, so like you said, they probably just did it to protect people from that are like, saying whatever they are in chat, or maybe just like being rude and disrespectful in games, throwing games, very disappropriate behavior. It was like, okay, like if you get banned, they're just gonna go ahead and make a free account because it is free to make an account. So I can kind of understand that.
It was all in protection, I guess.
But at the same time, it's just like, I feel like when you make your game free, you're just gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna like think of like Apex. People will sit there and make a new account, and they'll what's that called? Smurf. Yeah, when people smurf, the people do it in League all the time. People do it in Apex. People do it in Valorant, stuff like that. So it is kind of hard to get rid of that, but I mean, at least they tried. The whole phone number thing is just a little weird to me.
Let us know how you've been liking, or if you are playing Overwatch 2, let us know your thoughts on Overwatch 2 in the Switch and all this rocky start. Like Nick was saying, there's a rocky start here in the first week. Queues have been a little bit better since yesterday, but let us know. Send us a super chat, KYN chat, help us out, kynchat.com. To let us know your thoughts, and they'll be read on the show. Also, leave this video a like. I don't talk about that a lot, but
please,
leave
guys,
a video like.
I have a lot of people that are coming over, and everybody that's watching, a lot of my my friends and stuff like that. If you guys can leave a like, a sub, and all this type of stuff, man,
that helps.
This is a very great thing that these guys are doing, and Jules is doing a great job hosting this show and stuff like that. So make sure you guys show it some love if you guys want to see all your weird gaming news and just everything in general. And
every Saturday,
I did tell Jules, if you guys do like me and you guys do appreciate me, I will be on if it's not during my wedding. But I mean, I would love to come back. So if you guys would like to see more of that,
let us know. Let us know. So we got to get to our main topic here. One last topic here, because it's in the thumbnail and it came out this week, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie dropped the first trailer this week, and everybody's going crazy because Mario doesn't have a butt. Where did Mario's butt go? That's what everybody's going crazy about.
That's what I said. Man,
man's really lost it, huh?
He had some locks too back in the day. What happened? What happened to dude, man? He still got the same shoes from 64 though. Like, okay, like it's time to get some new kicks, man. Feet are hurting. Like, I just don't.
A ton of articles about Mario not having a butt. So that's the first thing I wanted to hit. Why do they have to do my man's like that?
So I will say, like, we've seen this before with like Pikachu and stuff too. Remember, there was like
Pikachu got skinny,
chunky Pikachu, and they just slimmed him down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Gage, that mushroom-free diet. I'm saying, look, he started eating a little healthier, eating some greens. Okay, he was taking Peach on too many dates. He had to cut back. He's like, salads only. Get it?
She was choosing Bowser every time, so you have to do something. You have to do something about it. No, that's not. Of course, that's not what everybody's going crazy about. Everybody's going crazy because of Chris Pratt's voice as the lead of Mario, and they showed some really cool animation. And I'm not going to risk showing, because Nintendo's really bad about DMCA stuff, so I'm not going to show any videos or anything. But if you've seen it, or if you haven't seen it, go to Nintendo on YouTube, and they have it right there. The trailer for the very first trailer for the movie that's coming out with all these crazy people. But like, everybody's going crazy about Chris Pratt's voice, not so much about Jack Black's voice in there. We heard Jack Black as Bowser there. But what did you think about the trailer first off, considering like animation and all that stuff? And then what do you think about Chris Pratt playing as Mario?
First impressions, obviously. I like that we are getting a Super Mario movie. It does look very, very great animation wise. Like, I love seeing the way Bowser, Mario, all of them looked. Even those penguins that were all dripped out. You know what I'm talking about. They were cool. Yeah. So like, I loved the way the animation looked and everything felt. I love you're talking about Chris Pratt's voice. I love Jack Black as Bowser. I feel like he does make a really good Bowser. It's very charming the way it is. Like, I think it's cool that he does that role. Chris Pratt, it's just like, it's hard to like hear his voice and everything he's done beforehand. It's like, okay, this is Mario. It throws you off to like a certain extent. Does it make me like super mad? No, not really. I mean, it's just something you're gonna have to get used to.
Sure.
But at the same time, like,
my one big question, and I don't know if it's been answered anywhere, or if somebody knows, let us know in the chat, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, let us know in the comments. But why didn't they just get the guy that's been playing Mario since the beginning? Like, why didn't they just get him to voice it? It's just a voice. They're not showing him on screen at all. Like, what in what situation would you have Chris Pratt over the guy that's been playing him?
I think the problem that they ran into was the cast that they have is like an all-star cast, I feel like, because you have Jack Black, the dude from Key and Peele, he's on there, and then Chris Pratt.
Let me go down the line here.
I'm about to pull up the cast list as well.
Sure, yeah. It's Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong, Sebastian Maniscalco as Foreman Spike, Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. So there's been a lot of money.
You look at that star power though, bro. You got Charlie Day, Jack Black, Seth Rogen. Like that cast is like, that's a great cast. Like, I think they wanted an all-star cast for it to like maybe get that like talked about a little bit more, but like, that's the risk you take, because it is like, hey, the guy that's been doing Mario for so long, he's right here, but does he not have enough star power for that? Which doesn't make sense.
For sure.
I think a lot of people like now, this is the most people have been critical for gaming, movie, like, and like when it comes to gaming and like series and movies that do with gaming, like look at the Halo that got backlash for how many times it got backlash. People like will watch episodes and pick it apart. So like, you want to make sure you have everything on point perfectly. So I feel like you want to make sure you have that on point, but like with his voice and everything, it just doesn't fit the bill. Like, same thing with like Master Chief. It was like, this guy doesn't seem like he would be Master Chief for me. Like, we have something in our heads that tell us like, this is what it's supposed to be. Sure. But directors have a different vision compared to us. But it's different for us because we played the games, and most of us played these games for 10 plus years. So we have our own vision of someone versus what a director does. And most of the time, I feel like these directors try to separate the game from the movies, but I feel like that just messes everything up too.
I think, okay, could be wrong, probably, but I think, what is it? Nintendo and Illumination are making it. I think if they would have got the original Mario that played him in the games, and even just Jack Black as Bowser, you could have saved all your money, all the money that you're spending on all these big actors. Literally just Jack Black as Bowser. Promote that. Jack Black's doing, even like maybe just Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I feel like they're overkilling this right now with the amount of star power. They could have just had one of them and it would have been like, yo, this is crazy. But they have everybody and they're shooting their shot, and it's not really hidden because of Chris Pratt. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think they could have saved money on casting, and they could have just like sent one person to do the rounds.
We got to think of how much they're spending to get some of these big actors and actresses. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, they got the Nintendo money for sure, but like,
dude, they're swimming in money. Trust me. Like,
but they could have saved some.
I get you.
They could have put some of that money into some animation.
Some thicker Mario, I guess.
Could have stuffed some of that money in there, but Yeah, I don't know. Let us know in the comments or send us a super chat, send us a KYN chat, kynchat.com, or send us a super chat. Should be like a little medal there. Let us know your thoughts.
So like let's answer this right now. We going day one? We going day one to see this movie, or what?
When does it release?
I don't know. I don't think it has a release date yet.
Okay.
Let me see.
I mean, I'm gonna see it. Okay, I didn't even say my thoughts, but the animation, like you were saying, looks phenomenal. Like everybody was talking about the whole Chris Pratt thing because he did like a little interview before then, and he talked that was through the whole live stream. But the animation looks great. I love the comedy. It's not too goofy. I know it's gonna be a little goofy, silly movie, but it's not too goofy for my take. Sometimes if it's too goofy, I'm just like, kind of like whatever. But it was like really silly, really good animation, looked fantastic. And like you, I don't even have that big of a problem with Mario as the guy, but my problem is that why wouldn't you give it to the guy? It feels like a slight, you know what I'm making it a bigger thing for me, you know. I'm making it if it was me,
it's personal. I took that personal. Like this is the guy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is kind of
okay, like, let me put out a scenario right here. I've been the guy, I've been voicing Mario for most of my life. I have Mario paraphernalia. I have Mario this. I'm the guy every time they call him up. Hey, we're doing this Mario new game. Okay, cool. I'll go to my recording studio, record the voice. And then he gets wind, oh, there's going to be a Mario movie, a Mario animated movie. And it's like, oh, cool. All right. And then he's like, okay, wait, what? They got Chris Pratt as Mario? Did anybody tell me? Like, hold on. Like, that's how I would take it, even though it's probably not it. I'm taking it personal. Like, why didn't they just get the guy?
Like I said, man, it all goes down to that director and his vision. Like, we don't know what type of vision that they're trying to go for this movie. It could be more of like a Disney type feel to this movie too. So maybe Chris Pratt maybe fits that a little bit more, but I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a little bit more comedy than serious, but like, I just like when I heard his voice, it just like wasn't what I expected. Was I mad about it? Like, nah, not to like, I'll probably see the movie regardless. I love Mario and stuff like that. And the animation kind of like stole me away. Like,
yeah, I mean, you said you liked Bowser. Did you have any problem with Jack Black as Bowser? No.
I feel like he fits that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in a lot of his movies and stuff like that, he was more of that like rocking angry type dude. Like I thought of like School of Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like how he was like all amped up and kicking. And he was just that BA dude. Like he was just him. So like him playing Bowser and stuff like that, I felt like he already could fit that role. I don't know about everybody else, to be honest. Like, but I think Jack Black was cool to me. Like, I was like, I saw Jack Black and I was like, all right, I can get behind it.
I thought of a question. If you were to voice a character from Mario, who do you think you could do the best job as?
Dry Bones. Nah, honestly, if I had to pick a character, I feel like I could be a good Toad because I can just make random voices.
Sure.
Maybe that's not what he says. I don't know. I'll have to do my research. If he doesn't say what, then it's just there you go. That's my Toad, man. I'll be in Super Mario too, man.
Sure. In the next one, send us a super chat, KYN chat. Let us know what you think. Send us a super chat to get a funding for Nick to be into the next Super Mario movie. Let us know your thoughts about the whole thing. And there's going to be definitely more trailers and stuff that we're going to talk about. But at the beginning of the show, if you were here, and I'm going to reread it again, we had a question of the day. I'm going to give you the answer right now if you want a refresher. And if we'll give it a little minute so we can get your thoughts on it. Once again, if you didn't make it to the beginning. But the question is, which Mario video game sold the most copies? A, Super Mario 64 for the N64. Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Wii U and Switch. C, Super Mario Brothers NES version 1985, or Mario Kart DS 2005 on the DS. Which one do you think it is? Really quickly. I think, Nick, you said Mario Kart 8 was your thought?
Locking it in.
Prediction?
Locking it in.
Is this your final answer? You want to phone a friend?
Lock it in, dude.
Locking in.
Greatest racing game of all time.
You are correct. You are
I'm
correct.
him. I'm him. Let's go. Yes,
Mario
sir.
Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which they're considering the same game because it is essentially the same game for the Wii U and the Switch, has sold 55.27 million copies.
Mm-hmm.
Over 55 million
Just
copies.
knowing how much is sold on the Switch, I'm pretty sure it's the top selling game on the Switch today. So it's the perfect, like, your friends are coming over, let's all play Mario Kart. And it's very easy to play. You can hook
and
it
it's
up
been
with
out for forever.
Yeah, that's the thing. It has all the maps now. Now you got the deluxe map bundle thing with the Nintendo online services and stuff like that. So you get like extra maps and stuff like that too. So I like it. I like being able to race, and it looks like a great game. And they have all the characters and stuff. Like I like Mario Kart 8. Definitely that perfect party game.
Oh,
it's better than Mario
sure.
Party. Like, I mean, like, I like Mario Party, but like,
did you play the one with the Switch on the Switch?
I got Mario Party. I got Mario Party 8, but I don't have Superstars. I want Superstars. I heard Superstars better than Mario Party 8 because it has all the throwback maps and stuff like that, and the games are a little bit less. Like, the problem with Mario Party games, it's like you'll waste like an hour and a half doing that stuff, and it's like it feels like an actual board game. I feel like that game could drag, especially if you're getting your butt whooped and you're like, it's kind of dragging a little bit.
You're like, okay, I already know I lost. Like, let's
keep it moving. Like, it's kind of hard to like sway when you're just like last for like so long. So
so that was definitely the top. I picked a couple to kind of throw people off, but I was surprised about this one. Was the Super Mario 64 Nintendo 64 one only sold 11.91 million. It only sold not even 12 million copies.
I feel like that's reasonable just because gaming really wasn't that. I feel like gaming's bigger now than it was back then.
For sure.
And maybe it might have been harder to grab a copy. And like, we're not talking about maybe how many times it's been rebought or whatever. People have probably like rebought it so many times. Like, I didn't buy Mario Party I didn't buy not Mario Party, Mario 64 on release or when it first came out, but I did buy it when I had the money to buy it from like a resale shop. So like, I feel like they might not throw in that statistic, but I mean, like, gaming back then definitely wasn't gaming now. So I can understand why that wouldn't, to be honest. But I was in shock. Like, Mario Odyssey was a very good game. Same thing with Sunshine and whatever else. But
yeah,
that didn't get thrown in there either. So,
well, that's the end of the show. Thank you all so much for joining us live or watching it later. Thank you so much to, of course, Nick. I appreciate you joining a co-host, and have a good weekend next weekend, Saturday.
Oh yeah, we're talking seltzers are gonna be drowning me.
Okay.
I mean, drowning in seltzers, maybe one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna be going crazy. So I'm gonna have a blast.
Getting married next week. That's exciting. That's awesome.
Yes.
Let us know, where can they find you on the internet if they want to follow your journey, they want to see you play video games. Where can they find you if they want to check you out?
I appreciate that. First off, I want to say again, thank you guys for having me on. Thank you guys for KYN for having a great thing you guys got going on here with the Gaming Gone Weird. Jules, thank you again for having me on. But like I said, my name is NickTana. I play Madden. I play variety games over on twitch.tv. We play games like we played Elden Ring. We played God of War. We played Nintendo games, stuff like that. So if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/YouLoveNicktana. Also, if you guys like the podcast type stuff, I do have my own podcast where I talk about everything and all gaming at Tana's Eye View. You can check me out on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you like to listen to podcasts and stuff like that. If you guys want to keep up with my socials, just YouLoveNicktana on Twitter. Most of my stuff is YouLoveNicktana. And yeah, guys, I seriously appreciate being a part of your guys' day being on and being able to talk video games and stuff like that. So I appreciate it.
And I am a fan as well. So go check out his podcast, Nick Tana's Eye View. I do enjoy listening to it on Spotify. So go check him out. Go follow him on everything that he said there. You love Nick Tana. It's right under his face there. But I'm Jules the Human, JULES the Human on all social media, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. Just search up Jules the Human. Google me. JULES, the human, no spaces, and you'll find all my stuff there. But that's the end. And I think we're going to have another co-host for next week because Cresta is out still doing TwitchCon. She is going to get us some videos and pictures and stuff. So we'll have that by next week, next Saturday. Again, if you like gaming, weird stuff and weird conversation about news stuff, subscribe to this channel, hit that like button on this video because that helps us get into the algorithm and get some more views and get more people over here chatting and having fun about talking games and all that stuff. Hit that like button before you leave and subscribe to this channel. Every Saturday we do this podcast, and yeah, we'll be back next Saturday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.